Well, it's a nice day out. High of 50. I think it's right around 50 now. But as you can see, snow on the ground, salt on the roads. The roads are wet and mucky. So, no bike riding today. But nice weather for, time of year it is. Anyway, so I think what I'm going to do, since I can't ride, I think taking the chain off and cleaning it and lubing it is probably the way to go here. So I'm going to have to take this off, obviously, and then I'll take the chain off, put it in that bucket with some fresh oil, and use a toothbrush or some other kind of bristle brush, soft, brush, and use the oil to clean the chain, and let it hang for probably a week, and wipe it all off, give it a good oiling, and we'll be set. So get things arranged and get moving, I guess. Now's a good time to kind of inspect in here, see if you've got any oil splashing around in here, because if you've got too much oil in here, you want to check where the case meets. Could be you got a leak there, could be you got a leak here. In this particular case, I don't. I cleaned this, oh Lord, 2 years ago, and this is all the oilier it is. You're going to get some from the chain, right? Say, right here, puddling right around your shifter. But you don't want to see a lot. You don't want to see a big puddle there. I've got some real thick, gooey crap in here, and it's around the shifter, not just in here. So I'm fairly certain, although I'll check, but I'm fairly certain it's not leaking here. It's just from the chain whipping the oil off. Alright, I'm going to get a couple. I think I might actually have what I need here. I do, but I'm going to have to put it in here, aren't I? Alright, let me get an extension. Alright. See if I can do this with the 1/4-inch ratchet. I have a sneaking suspicion I'll have to move to the bigger one. No, actually that worked for that one. And that one. Okay, good. Now, since I'm not changing the pattern, I want the same number of tooth as what was on the stock. I mean, I suppose I could get rid of a tooth or add a tooth and change the gearing, but I kind of like the way the bike runs, so I'm going to leave it as is for now. But generally speaking, that's what it looks like. And I'm told that looks worn by smarter guys than me. So I'm going to take them for their word, and I'm going to replace that. In the meantime, I think for now, this plate and these screws are going to go in the cover that goes here, so I don't lose them. Alright, so I have it in there, and I'm just going to put some clean oil on it. This chain's in pretty good shape. I'm not too concerned, but there is some road grime on it, so I do want to take care of that. The cord, we're not quite a liter, milliliter? Not quite a millimeter. 946 milliliters, whatever. Cord in American. And that's all there is to it. And now, I'll let that soak for a half hour, and then I'll scrub it down with a nylon brush, both sides. Let it soak overnight. Do that again tomorrow. Hang it up from the ceiling or whatever and let it drip into this pan. However, I do plan to replace this. Get a reservoir that actually doesn't leak would be nice, huh? Something a little newer. You could just use the lines, you know, cut it off here, plug it up with a bolt, and it would be fine. But I don't really use it, right? So, but anyway, bottom line is this is going to get replaced. I've got to get some braided steel line. There's a guy in the forums that does custom braided line, brake line, so I'll have him do that, because this one's, because these handlebars aren't stock, you know, everything's a little longer than it should be. So if I can cut this so if I can make it shorter so this isn't in there, I'd be happy. And then replace this one, and then I'll rebuild the master cylinder. It needs to be cleaned, but I mean, it is what it is. It's never going to be a good braking system, but yeah. And then I'm going to wrap the headers with some wrap to cut down on the amount of heat bellowing up in my direction when I'm riding in the summer. Boy, that sucks. I want to get better filters, these Unipod filters. When I'm riding along and I get a gust of wind from this direction, you can feel it. The engine just kind of drops in RPMs. Not a lot, but enough that you notice it. So I need something where that's not going to happen. And I'm definitely going to take this off and repaint it. You can see there's spots where it bubbled and I just never went back to repair it. I'll have to, underneath the frame underneath the motor, you can't really see it in this light, is real dirty, so I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to drain the oil in the forks. I've done that like 3 times already, but I'm going to do it one more time because the last time it was still coming out kind of murky. So I'm going to do that one more time. And check, make sure the seals are good. Last time I checked them, they were good. Short of that, I know there's a couple other things. Oh, I want to get rid of these mirrors. They suck. They don't work for crap. You can barely see behind you. So I'm going to get some bar end mirrors. I think I'd be better off with those. Not a huge fan of bar end mirrors, the look, but I think it's going to give me a better overall. It's just going to be better overall. So anyway, that'll be it for now. Catch you later. Okay, it's been a couple days later. I've just hung it up to drip. Look how bad that oil is. You'll see it in the first video. That oil was clear when I put it in there. It had just like a brown, it was tinted just a little bit like most oil. And it's absolutely black now. Now this chain was clean at the beginning of the summer. I put maybe 200 miles on it because I had some bike trouble. So, you know, I didn't get to ride as much as I wanted to. I did ultimately replace the wire harness, and that took care of it. But so I got about 200 miles on this chain, just road driving. It wasn't in the rain or anything, and there you go. Okay, here we are about 2 weeks later. I got 4 baths later. I finally get oil that doesn't turn black. But as you can see, if you look real close, you can see where the dirt right about there is. That's just kind of fallen off the chain since it's been hanging here overnight. This is let's do this. Whoops. I guess that would be better. Anyway, that's the oil that I've used so far, and you can see how dirty it is. But the chain's much better now. It's got all the grit and grime out of it. It's coated with some chain lube, so it's doing pretty good. So next thing to do, put it on the bike.